evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is Tuesday night, and that means it is XCAL time tonight, coming to you from Thompson. And a $250 plus purse on the line tonight. The drivers are raring to go, as always. Hopefully, one of them hoping to pull home some big money here tonight. Good evening, folks. Welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great day. Take a moment, run to the snack bar, get some food, get some drink while you're standing in line. Make sure you hit like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button. Invite your friends and family to come out and watch. This is going to be a fun one. Thompson always puts on a crazy but fun show, especially turns 1 and 2, where things can get pretty dicey, pretty spicy, pretty quickly. Let's get the night started off big, talking to one of the team owners tonight, Gerald Thanos Poole. Hey, Gerald, it's Doug. You got me?
10-4, buddy.
Hey, looks like your team is on the way up coming into this week's race.
Yeah, I mean, we've taken advantage of, what's showed up on race day, and, we've really been able to climb that bigger part of the mountain, I think, as we talked about a few weeks ago.
And climbing that bigger part of the mountain has meant this team really moving up. You guys have been battling for the championship. You've got some drivers making their way up the points, and obviously the owner points becoming a huge deal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, it's kind of one of those situations. We talked about it before, man. I was going to be a single-car part-time driver before the season started, and kind of evolved into this. And, if you're going to get into something, go out and do it as well as you can, and, figure it out as you go along and try to be there at the end. So, I'm really happy with, everything we got going on, and, just looking forward to this evening's event.
Now, do we see you guys have been close, very, very, very close, more than once this season with getting a car to victory lane? Is tonight the night?
You know what? I have stopped trying to guess as far as that goes. I've witnessed some things, and, at the end of the night going, we were there. We were there, but, hey, like I said, I think we're just all going to worry about going out and racing well, and I'm a little bit injured, so I'm not sure how long I'll last, but we got some good guys in the field, and strong setup, and I think any night could be the night. Maybe it's tonight, maybe it's not, but yeah, looking forward to the event, and really want to thank all my sponsors, Scarlet Revolt, Alloy Wheel Repair Specialists of the Upstate, obviously Flaming Karma Paint Shop, and everything Aaron does with the web series, and Butt Kicker for everything they help with. So yeah, like I said, just going to get out there, and I'm starting towards the back. Haven't run many laps in it. I was a late substitution for AJ, which would have really made this evening exciting, but we'll see if that we'll see what happens with that down the line. But looking forward to it, and let's get out there and get after it.
All right, good luck tonight, Gerald.
Thank you, man.
Gerald Thanos Poole back in the field tonight. Zach Edwards is here. Zach, it is my understanding that tonight you are out here for one purpose and one purpose only.
Hey, sorry, I only caught half of that. What did you say?
I said, the rumor is you are out here for one purpose and one purpose only tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's to win the race, right?
Well, the story goes that you're trying to prevent Octavio from tying or breaking your record tonight.
Well, I always said records are meant to be broken, but I think this one's going to get broken. Octavio has been really good here lately, and you can't put a guy like him on the pole and not expect him to win. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll see where we stack up at the end.
Well, man, good luck. It's always good to see you back out on track. A different car number than what we're used to seeing you in, though. You're in the 96 tonight.
Yeah, I think this is the fourth or fifth car I've ran this year, so I just got to thank everybody for putting me in a car whenever my schedule will allow it. And especially Gerald this week and Joe with Outlook Little Repair and Flaming Karma Paint Shop. So just got to thank all them guys for giving me a shot here.
Well, good luck tonight, Zach. Always great to see you, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. Great to see you as well.
Zach Edwards talking about his record win streak at Octavio Rondoletto, poised to break it. Hey, Octavio, it's Doug. You got me, buddy?
I got you.
Hey, man, you're looking at tying a record tonight and potentially getting it done before the end of the season, breaking that consecutive win streak.
Yeah, I had a lot of luck in the Super Speedway, and having two wins before, that's impressive for me, because I was so excited for winning some races in the XCAL. I was racing 3 years, and this is important for me. And for the money, because XCAL is a big bonus for money. We are looking for the win tonight. I think we have the car, but today we are really close together with the other guys. Have to see, because Zach Edwards and Matthew Baird are fast too, Adam Gilia too, and yeah, we have to wait.
Well, man, you have been extremely fast here recently, buddy. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we see you back in victory lane.
Thank you, Doug.
Octavio Rondoletto looking for 3 in a row tonight, and Brent Mekas is with us as well tonight. Brent, first off, man, you've been on a bit of a tear here lately, moving up through the field every race.
Hey Doug, how you doing? Yeah, it's starting to get my feet going here, and besides shooting myself in the foot a couple times in some of these races, I've been doing pretty good. I'm getting there.
So how soon do we see a Brent Mekas t-shirt in the web shop?
I don't know. It's kind of tough. I mean, that's why they call it racing, though. We race because you never know what can happen. We got a good car. We got a good set. I mean, not the best set, but definitely, if everything fell perfectly, we'd probably be possibly a 5th place car tonight. I mean, Zach's out there. Octavio's a beast. He's going for number 4. I mean, there's some fast guys out there. But hey, you never know. Thompson, going to be some bumping and some beating on some cars. So, hey, just try to keep our nose clean and see where we can end up at the end.
Well, buddy, good luck tonight. You've been great recently, and really hoping we see your shirt, hat, or whatever in the web shop very, very soon.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to XCAL. I mean, league is rock and roll. I mean, you're over half the season now. We got Watkins Glen next week. The web shop, you got some cool Matt Bear stuff and the Ghost of Earnhardt. And for you, Doug, for putting on these great shows. Thanks a lot. Everybody have fun out there.
All right, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Brent Mekas getting ready to rock and roll. Octavio is starting on the pole here tonight. Good evening, Kevin. Hey, good evening, Angie. Zoom, zoom, indeed. Kevin, I believe Octavio tears it up road and oval. He's just that good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys enjoy this. It is going to be a fun one, and obviously the technical difficulties from last night have been resolved as Jeremy Gilliott tries an interesting pit road technique. Everybody getting ready to go racing here tonight. Looks like about an 18-car field battling for a $250 purse. This one will get good. Take a moment, hit that like, follow, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that share button. Invite your friends and family to come out to watch a really exciting race here tonight. If you have a favorite driver, don't forget to drop into the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go racing with Octavio Rondoletto and Flying Ryan Seams on the front row. Lataro Lamperti and Nick the college kid Seams on the second row. Sean Andrews, Jeremy Gilliott have the third row. Brent Meckes, Albie Hewins on the fourth row. Jose Godino and Jeff Edgar rounding out your top 10. Alex Krapser in 11th. Cristiano Roca starting in 12th. Derek Colson starts in 13th. Adam Gilliott 14th. Gerald Thanos Poole in 15th. Zach Edwards in 16th. Scott Gilliott back tonight in 17th. And the points leader, the Mad Bear, rounds out the 18-car field. Coming down this late in the season, we mentioned Matt starting at the back of the field. He's got a 427-point lead coming into tonight. Matt's going to be tough to beat before this season is out. Gerald Poole ready to roll. And both of the Seams boys on the outside front two rows, they're definitely busting at the seams tonight. Where is the Seams fan club? Pace truck leading him around. Aaron Hillebush in the flag stand, getting ready to wave that green one more time around. Thompson is known for things getting a little bit wild, especially in turns 1 and 2. The banking is different all through the turns. They are bumpy. You'll see the cars bouncing around. But 1 and 2, for whatever reason, the cars on the bottom tend to wash up. The cars up top tend to get loose, and things tend to get a little bit crazy out here. Hayes' truck is in. They're waiting for the signal. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Thompson. Octavio quickly into the lead, jumps to the high side. Flying Ryan and Nick the college kid on the high line are going to see a lot of cars getting that outside wall, especially out of turn 2. And once, I believe it was last year, may have been 2021, we did see a wreck out of turn 4 that threw a car up into the front stretch stands. It could happen again. Points leader Matt Bear already on the move, up 4 spots into 14th. And it looks like Roca may have a little bit of right front damage already. He is way up the track. Cristiano Roca going backwards here early. The college kid, though, set the fastest lap already tonight. Good evening, Tammy Seams. How are you tonight? I was wondering where the Seams fan club was. Nick currently in second, Flying Ryan in second. The college kid battling for third with Lataro. Sean Andrews losing a couple spots here early, but Alex Krapser making his. Holy cow, Meckes is loose. Meckes has turned around. He straightens it up. No caution. Now the caution is out. Lap 5, caution out of turn 4. Let's take a look at what happened. Chaos early. Meckes down the back straightaway into turn 3. And we talked about it's bumpy. It just unsettled the car. He got loose, almost saved it. He got a bump from behind, got turned around. Taking another look at it from a different camera. There you see he just gets loose. Tries to get it, but Sean Andrews has nowhere to go. Just about the time he gets it straightened out, Cristiano Roca comes out of the turn, nowhere to go. At the time of the caution, Nick Seams was counted in third, so Octavio has the lead. Flying Ryan in second, Nick the college kid in third, Lautaro in fourth, Jeremy Gilliott round out your top five. Alex Krapser, Adam Gilliott, Sean Andrews, and Derek Colson and Jose Godino rounding out your top 10. Godino looks like is coming in. Brent Makus, Jeff Egger, Scott Gilliott, Cristiano Roca all coming in. No, Roca's completed his stop. He is back out. Still damage to the right front. Remember, these guys do not have fast repairs out here. So they have to do this the old-fashioned way. We could see Roca on pit road a couple of times. Hey, good evening, Stella. Good evening, Jason. Good evening to Kevin Reed. Lights are already out on the pace car as they get ready to go back. Green Flag Racing. Don't forget to hit that like, follow, subscribe, and share. Hit that share button. It really helps us out. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. A lot of exciting racing, a lot of exciting streams, and who knows what else we're going to come up with in the near future. Pace truck is in. Octavio fires there away. Green flag back in the air. Octavio clears Flying Ryan into turn one. Nick on the bottom battling with Lautaro. That outside line tends to be the place you want to be in the turns here. More of a middle line, really. You can get three wide through the turns here. The turns, however, are wider than the straightaways, so corner exit at time can get a little bit interesting. Hey, good evening, Cody Young. And caution is back out, lap 11. Looks like Derek Colson and Jeff Edgar involved. Let's see what happened. Coming down the front straightaway, Colson in the 5. And oh, looks like he just gets a little love tap from Matt Bear and goes around. Oh, and Edgar nowhere to go. The points leader has been charging forward since the drop of the green flag. Looks like minimal damage to his car. Sean Andrews back in as well. Cristiano Roca is also back in. Not surprised there. Derek Colson, Scott Gilliott, Brent Makus, Albie Hewen, Sean Andrews all on pit road. Fuel strategy is definitely going to be a bit interesting here tonight. Anywhere from 60 to 70 laps on a tank of fuel could mean the difference between 5 and 6 pit stops, as several of the top 10 now in. Alex Krapser, Adam Gilliott, Jeremy Gilliott, and Zach Edwards on pit road. Going pretty good, Cody. How are you guys? And Cody, if you missed it earlier, Angie got a truck backed in. Also, make sure you're following us on all the social media. September is Stream to End MS month. We'll be putting up fundraiser for that. Obviously, MS is a big part of my life and something we definitely try to help contribute to the MS Society whenever possible. Don't worry, we'll make a reel of that probably tomorrow morning. Pace truck back in. Octavio fires green flag back in the air. Flying Ryan battling with Lataro for second place now. Nick, the college kid, back in fourth. Zach Edwards up 11 spots now into fifth. Looks like most of the drivers who went to pit road were fuel stops only. A few took tires and repairs like Cristiano Roca. However, Roca, his strategy has paid off so far. He's now up to 8th. Gerald Thanos Poole also on the move, up 5 spots into the top 10. Speaking of the top 10, Albie Hewins, after last week's race, is now 10th in points. Albie on a tear this season. Sean Andrews, John Friley also moved up. Octavio put a little breathing room between him and Lataro, a side-by-side battle for fourth as Zach Edwards continues his march toward the front. Layla cheering on all the J&S Racing drivers out here tonight. Jacob, I couldn't agree more. That would be awesome. Zach Edwards clears the college kid. Now Zach into fourth. Nick still holding on in fifth. Alex Krapser currently runs in sixth. Jose Godino back in seventh. Roca, as mentioned, he had problems early. We saw him way out of the racing groove, and he was fading, but after a couple of cautions and getting some repairs, he has made his way up to 8th. Brent Mecca's also starting to recover, currently in 10th place. Gerald Thanos Poole in 11th, points leader. Matt Bear is coming by, though. He's going to take 11th. Thank you so much, Bobby, for the stars. Greatly appreciated. And a huge shout out to the anonymous donor that sent Angie a bunch of iRacing credits today, so we might see her behind the wheel of a race car a lot more in the near future. Octavio now has the lead with Lataro in second. Zach in third. Flying Ryan back to fourth with the college kid right on his bumper in fifth. Alex Krapser in sixth. Godino in seventh. Adam Gilliott, after pit stops, back in eighth. Jeremy Gilliott has dropped back into 12th. All three members of Stimulus Racing here tonight as Scott Gilliott sits in 17th. Octavio starting to build some breathing room between him and Lataro, a 1.1 second lead. Zach Edwards all over the back bumper of Lataro as it looks like Alex Krapser on the attack, battling with one of his teammates. Flying Ryan, Nick, and Alex Krapser, all three members of the J&S Racing Aces. And I got it right tonight. Meanwhile, points leader Matt Bear, who started back in 18th, continues his march to the front. He is now up to 9th place. Great run so far by the Mad Bear. And remember, Matt is one of the drivers since taking over that 18 car. Extremely good at saving fuel, stretching that fuel mileage, that few extra laps. He is one that we will likely only see on pit road 5 times tonight. Jeremy Gilliott in 10th. Cristiano Roca dropping a few spots. Looks like that right front damage still not 100% repaired. It is affecting the car. He does not have the straight line speed. Brim Mecca is currently in 12th. Gerald Thanos Poole in 13th. And it looks like quite a few of the Sean Andrews looks like he may be having some connection problems right behind Thanos. Quite a few of the Flaming Karma cars, new paint schemes out here tonight as we see Thanos in the new Scarlet Revolt paint scheme. And we will have more information on when Scarlet Revolt releases their new album, Apocalypse. You guys are definitely going to, holy cow, Thanos is up the track. It is so easy to go 1% too far in the turns here and end up all the way up by the wall. Albie Hewins is faded back to 15th. He was up in the top 10 a few laps ago. We'll have to see what's going on. I do not see any damage to the car. Can tell you that we saw Albie get the wall just a little bit out of the turn. There will be every single car out here will be scuffed up at minimum on the right side before the night is out. This is one of those tracks that tends to eat the right side of the car. Adam Gilliott now looking to get back into the top 5, looking under the college kid, but Nick clears him out of turn 2. But remember, a long race here tonight. Started with sunlight, but the race is in. It'll be nighttime. The lights will be on. The setups will change. The drivers will have to adjust as the night goes on in hopes of being the fastest at the end of the night. Lautaro and Zach Edwards still nose to tail, second and third, but Octavio continuing to pull away his lead now 1.4 seconds. Zach Edwards finally getting by Lautaro to take second. Zach up 14 spots as of right now. But the Mad Bear continues his march to the front, now in 8th place, setting his sights on Flying Ryan in 7th. Ryan Seams currently sitting second in points, has had an awesome season. has not pulled off a win yet this season. A bit of a surprise for a driver that has won just about every season we've seen him in. In fact, neither Seams has pulled off a win yet this season. Could tonight be the night that one of the Seamses gets to victory lane? Flying Ryan is having a problem. Ran extremely slow on the straightaway. Zach Edwards in second, has managed to pull a gap on Lautaro in third, now 0.6 of a second, and is starting to close the gap just a little bit on the leader, Octavio. Not sure what's happened with Flying Ryan. He has drifted back into ninth. Jose Godino lurking right behind in 10th. Jose has been having a great consistent season so far. Jose Curley sitting 9th in points. Jose, another driver in the top 10 that has not had a win yet this season, has been close multiple times. Watch for him to be playing some strategy here tonight as well. Sun is starting to set just a little bit around the track here at Thompson. Should start seeing the lights on the track before too terribly much longer. The track will cool off. Gerald Poole out of the race. You heard him say in practice that he was in a lot of pain, didn't know how long he would make it. Managed to get 37 laps in before his elbow gave out. Gerald, buddy, I hope you get to feeling better. Meanwhile, Octavio already starting to reel in some lap cars. Scott Gilliott and Jeff Edgar 16th and 15th. Derek Colson has already lost a couple of laps as well, back in 17th. The field's starting to spread out just a little bit here in the early going. Now, once we start pit stops, things are gonna heat up. Should start seeing pit stops in the next 5 to 10 laps. So let's take our first commercial break really quick so we can come back and see what happens on pit road. Stick around, folks. We'll go side by side. You won't miss a thing. car back. No pit stops as of yet. Don't forget to tune in next week. Next Tuesday night, 7:20 Eastern, as XCAL goes left and right. XCAL returns to Watkins Glen. This ought to get good. I do know that Flaming Karma Racing has a couple of road race aces coming in for that race, including Mark the Man Dantuma, who will be hopping in the car for his XCAL debut. You're not gonna want to miss a moment of that race. Lap 63, nobody on pit road yet. The pit window was lap 60 to lap 70. However, 2 early cautions have extended that. So how soon will we start to see pit drivers on pit road? Zach Edwards in second, was closing the gap. Jeff Edgar, heavy damage in the 7 car from that earlier incident. Zach Edwards in second place, was closing the gap on Rondoletto, but since getting into lap traffic, Rondoletto has gotten through it just a little bit better and is now extended to 1.7 seconds. Alex Crapser in third. The first driver is in. Flying Ryan is in. Sean Andrews follows him down. It is obvious Flying Ryan is going to need some adjustments here tonight. He was struggling early in the first run. Hopefully, he'll be able to get that car adjusted, get back up to the speed we know he has. And Nick, the college kid, seems now on pit road. Looks like the J&S cars are looking at about 60 laps on the tank. Should mean we'll see Zach Edwards in and Alex Crapser in before too much longer as well. Excuse me, we'll see Alex Crapser and Zach Edwards in the 96 tonight. Octavio Rondoletto gives up the lead. He is on pit road. Lataro is on pit road. Zach Edwards claims the lead. Zach Edwards tonight in that 96, the Flaming Karma Racing car. Zach was last in victory lane at Martinsville, and don't forget he did pull off the first 2 stages of the big XCAL event. He pulled off the win last year in those first 2 stages, and as Derek Colson gets the wall, additionally, Zach Edwards has the all-time record for consecutive wins, pulling that one off last year. Here tonight to see if he can prevent Octavio from tying or breaking that record. Zach's consecutive win streak stands at 4. Can Octavio tie it tonight? Octavio is back out on track. You see Matt Bear out there. Matt is currently running in 5th place. Matt is likely to be the driver that goes the furthest on a tank. Zach Edwards gives up the lead. He's on pit road. Well, one thing is for sure, with Gerald Poole being out of the car tonight, Flaming Karma Racing has him in the booth spotting for him and running the calculator. He has been known to set a few calculators on fire trying to get fuel mileage. Brent Mekas now hits pit road. He was up to 5th. Starting to see a few drivers have connection problems here. Albie Hewins was blinking a minute ago. We saw Sean Andrews and even saw Zach Edwards blink. Scott Gilliott now being scored up in 7th. Jeff Edgar, despite that damage, has been able to stretch it a little bit here. He is up to 6th. Albie Hewins in the top 5. Flying Ryan is back out on track. 4 fresh tires. Will keep a close eye and see if he has found the speed again, if his setup adjustments worked. Adam Gilliott and the Mad Bear are in. Big surprise to see Matt in this soon. Getting word that if the calculator does not do what Thanos wants it to do, he'll snap it out of existence. Jeremy Gilliott in sec. Oh! Albie Hewins has a problem getting to pit road. Alex Crapser is in. Jeremy Gilliott is in. Jeff Edgar still out on track. Let's see what happened to Albie. Coming down the back straightaway, headed for pit road, just overshoots it. This pit road entry is a bit tricky. Coming out of 3 and 4, that pit road entry is earlier than what you expect it to be. And regardless of how many laps of practice you do here, it can still catch you off guard. Hopefully Albie can quickly recover and pick up some spots. Currently 10th at points, trying to make his way forward. Jeff Edgar leading a couple of laps here, picking up some bonus points tonight. Great strategy, knowing he has got significant damage, getting some extra points here tonight. Derek Colson has had a problem. We saw Colson getting into the wall in one. Oh! Colson loose off the turn into the infield. Colson did get the car recovered. He is back out on track. But he is, oh, Brent Mekas is loose. Brent Mekas coming out of turn 4, he gets loose. The track temperature changing is starting to bite some of these drivers. Jeff Edgar now gives up the lead. He is coming to pit road. The sun's going down, the lights are coming up, the track temperature starting to cool down, and it is starting to affect the drivers, especially on fresh tires. Those tire temps not up where they need to be, and coming off the turns, the car is a handful. Steven cheering on the Seams boys. Currently Flying Ryan has fought his way back up to 8th, right on the back bumper of Jeremy Gilliott. Nick Seams still holding on to a top 5 spot. Both Seams is qualified in the top 5 tonight. But Flying Ryan had a rough start. It looks like the track temperature coming down and adjustments on pit road have helped him move forward. Lataro sits in third, Alex Crapser in fourth, Nick Seams in fifth, but it is still Octavio Rondoletto out front. Zach Edwards, though, is closing back in on him. Flaming Karma Racing has not had a win yet. Could tonight be the night with that 96 car? Adam Gilliott and Nick Seams battling for fifth. Wow, Nick was really down low through 3 and 4, down on the flat part of the track. An unusual spot to see him on early. Jeremy Gilliott currently sitting in 7th. The Mad Bear battling with Flying Ryan. That is the battle for 8th. Looks like Matt Bear might take it here on the front straightaway. No, Flying Ryan fighting back. These two are also the battle for the championship. Obviously, the Mad Bear has a huge points lead. Matt gets a little bit of a push, and they both go up the track. Matt clears, Flying Ryan looks low. Can't get there yet. And what a battle. Gerald, that is a really good question. I don't know that I have the answer for that. And it looks like Thanos is rolling back out on track. Looks like we'll see him turn as many laps as possible, rest the elbow, then come back out for as long as possible. Octavio Rondoletto had moved out to a almost 2-second lead before pit stops, but now Zach Edwards has caught up. Looking from the back of Zach Edwards' car, you can see they have pulled a bit of a gap on Lataro now. Back down the front straightaway, you see the breathing room they have at the moment as the lights come on and the view forward to Octavio's car. All over the back bumper of Octavio, trying to get to the lead here. Once they start battling side by side, it's going to be a great opportunity for Lataro and Alex Crapser to try and close the gap. Adam Gilliott, who is back in 5th, is starting to close in on Alex Crapser and Lataro at the moment. Gilliott just over 2 seconds behind and gaining. Manacor, I have to, well, we've seen drivers lose it and end up in the inside wall, but yeah, anything is possible here at Thompson. In fact, as I mentioned earlier on, there is a very real possibility. We saw it in either last year's race or 2021's race that an incident off of turn 4 sent a car up into the stands. There is the section up there where you can see Victory Lane up on the left side. It is possible to launch a car up there if the wreck is big enough. Hey, good evening, Danny. How are you? With this many green flag laps at the moment, looks like about 11 cars left on the lead lap here. Cristiano Roca currently the first car, 1 lap down in the 33, followed by Albie Hewins and Brent Mekas. Brent starting to close in on Albie. That would be a really good comeback after the early problems. Octavio and Zach about to be in heavy lap traffic as they close in on Jose Godino and Sean Andrews. Brent Mekas also in the mix up there. Good evening, Layla. How are you tonight? Octavio now to the back bumper of Brent Mekas. Remember, Mekas is already a lap down, about to lose another one here. But Jose Godino just ahead. The 3 cars just ahead are not a lap down yet. Excuse me, 2 of them are not. Albie Hewins is. So Jose Godino and Sean Andrews both are allowed per XCAL rules to battle to hold off the leaders and try and maintain the lead lap. The question is, do they have anything for them? Yeah, the brakes are definitely being tortured here tonight. You can see them in every turn. They are glowing red. Jose Godino drops down to the bottom, lets the leaders go by. Will Sean Andrews make it easy or hard here? Meanwhile, Octavio just continues to lap cars, and Zach Edwards really not pushing the issue yet. Zach just patiently waiting for an opportunity. Alex Krapser back in third, trying to get through lap traffic and close that gap up. Lataro and Adam Gilliott battling for fourth. Adam's got a good run out of turn 4. And Adam clears. Adam Gilliott now to fourth, Lataro to fifth. Have to agree that that bounce into turn 1, that can really unsettle the car and send it around. Surprisingly, seen very few issues on the bounce in turn 1, but out of turn 4, especially on cold tires tonight, it's gotten a bit exciting. And I'm willing to bet it'll get more so. Looked like Sean Andrews had some problems getting off turn 4. Brent Mekas almost in the wall through 1 and 2. Albie Hewins goes up to the high side, lets the leaders by. Albie currently running in 13th. But as we mentioned, Albie moved up into the top 10 in points after last week's race. Albie is on fire this season. Hey, Danny, that's all right. Just glad you're here. Hope you're doing good tonight. And where is Joe? I have not seen Joe on track tonight. Flying Ryan has got himself back up into 9th place, but Octavio Rondoletto is coming. Both Seams is still on the lead lap. Nick currently in 6th, but he has Jeremy Gilliott closing in. Both Seamses, both Gilliotts really had a great qualifying run coming into tonight. Oh, Danny, I am sorry to hear that. Manacor, I think we're going to see everybody tap the wall before the night is out. You're probably right. He did probably get it on exit. Lap 121, we're going to take another quick commercial break, but folks, don't go anywhere. We're going side by side. You won't miss a thing. All right, we are back. Should start seeing pit stops here in about another 7 to 8 laps. Beginning, Octavio still in the lead. Zach Edwards still on his bumper. But Alex Crapser in 3rd is starting to close the gap. Now just 1.5 seconds behind that battle. Adam Gilliott in fourth, also closing in, up now 1.7 seconds behind. And Nick the college kid Seams is on pit road. As Octavio and Zach go by the damaged car of Cristiano Roca. Roca having problems early, but still fighting back, currently in 12th. Ryan Seams and Sean Andrews also on pit road. And it looks like Rondoletto is in. Crapser's going to stay out and reclaim the lead. Alex Crapser now to second. Adam Gilliott now to third. But Zach Edwards back out front tonight. And Manticore, I am now wanting bacon. Thanks for that. But you make a good point. Those brake rotors at the end of the night would be hot enough to cook bacon for sure. Lataro now on pit road as well. We did mention early on in the race that some of these drivers can do this race on 6 stops. Some of them will be able to do it on just 5 stops. Any cautions, though, will change strategies, and obviously those 2 early cautions benefiting some of these teams. Don't forget to tune in again next Tuesday night, 7:20 Eastern, as XCAL Racing turns left and right as they go to Watkins Glen. Several teams likely to bring in some road course aces for that one. Ought to be a very exciting race. They are using the NASCAR version of the track, so no boot, unfortunately. That would have been really cool. And unlikely to see any full course cautions too, so you know, anything could happen when you go road racing. Last set of pit stops, the drivers that went the furthest were Alex Crapser, Jeremy Gilliott, and Jeff Edgar. Jeff Edgar actually went the furthest, 84 laps, or lap 84 rather. Despite the damage to that car, he might end up with a top 10 out of this just on fuel strategy. Zach Edwards is in. Alex Crapser takes the lead. Jose Godino also on pit road. Nick Seams way down low through 3 and 4, letting the leader by. It was a surprise, though, to see him that low. The Mad Bear now heads to pit road along with Brent Meckes. Nick Seams is back on pit road. This is an unscheduled stop. Yeah, I am very excited for Watkins Glen next week as well. I do know at least one team, Flaming Karma Racing, is bringing in some road course aces. They'll have Jared Heasley back in the car. They will also have Mark the Man Dantuma. Holy cow, Crapser brings it in. Nice save. Crapser dropped to the apron. The back end tried to kick out, but he saves it. And it looks like Jeremy Gilliott will take the lead here. Actually, Gilliott took it right at the line. I'm not sure if that... if it counted him as the leader on that lap. And he is coming to pit road, though. Zach Edwards just set the fastest lap of the race. And I do believe Jeremy Gilliott will be counted as the leader for this lap, so he'll get 5 bonus points. While we're under pit stops, let's take a look from the How to Suck at iRacing blimp. A lot of exciting stuff coming this week. Tomorrow night, the Nowski Nation takes the trucks to Bristol, baby. It's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, a very familiar name will be joining the field tomorrow night. You guys are not going to want to miss this. Thursday night, as always, we will have the HTSAI Community Convoy for all those American Truck Sim players. Come join us. Just a lot of trucking and a lot of fun. And Friday night, the HTSAI Friday Fun League is back. Leave your feelings at the door, come out, crash your friends, and just have a really good time. Tune in for some laughs, but remember, it is rated R. Sunday morning, we have the GT3 NSS Series going road racing. Sunday night, the BRR Cup Series begins their playoffs. And Monday night, Jones BS Racing goes racing with the most beautiful woman you'll find on any racetrack as Angie takes to the track once again. Don't forget, you can tune in during the day, see some awesome streams, some different games, some fun stuff going on throughout the week. And I do believe tomorrow afternoon, we'll see Angie taking flight in DCS. After pit stops, Octavio has reclaimed the lead by just 1.8 seconds over Zach Edwards. But Zach did just set the fastest lap of the night so far. Will Zach be able to run him down before the next round of pit stops? Kevin, yeah, it is really hard to be an impartial broadcaster when she's racing. And Octavio has caught up to the back bumper of the points leader, the Mad Bear, currently in 8th place. A big surprise tonight being that Mad Bear is not stretching the fuel mileage. He has been pitting on the same lap as Octavio Rondoletto pretty much all night. Usually we see Matt stretching 3, 5, sometimes 10 laps further than everybody else. Oh, it looks like we got team owner Gerald Thanos Poole in the green room. Let's see if we can get a word. Hey, Thanos, have you set one on fire yet?
Well, not yet, but we're in a good spot, I think. But, you know, it's a long race. You just have to keep going along the way we're going along.
Well, I have to ask, we saw you get out on track. We saw you come back to pit road and then go back out for a little bit. Are you going to be back out tonight?
Well, it depends on who may fall out, because one commitment I did make for the number 40 was to advance it in the points, and we advanced it in the points. So that's what we were looking for. Yeah, elbows started thumping pretty early. The harder I raced, the worse it got. Once things kind of spread out, I could jump back in and make up enough laps to make up a position, and that's what we do at FKR, so that's what we did.
I have to ask, we're seeing a little bit of a strange situation. Guys like Octavio, Matt Bear, some of the guys we're used to seeing stretch that fuel window aren't really stretching the fuel mileage tonight.
I would say keep an eye on that because I believe some guys are playing gopher because I know we are playing gopher as far as the fuel mileage goes. So, yeah, like I said, we'll just let this thing go on for a while and see where we end up here at the end.
Well, man, good luck. Hopefully we see you back out on track, but hopefully the elbow gets better before Watkins Glen next week.
Oh, it's, yeah, we'll definitely be looking forward to that one. So, yeah, we'll have interesting crew out there next week. So, yeah, and yeah, again, thanks to XCAL Web Shop Series. Let's get back to this race and see what we can get done tonight.
All right, good luck to you and your team, buddy.
Thank you.
Gerald Thanos Poole, the owner of Flaming Karma Racing, folks. Awesome to get him back out, getting in the booth for a few moments there mid-race, getting some updates, and it sounds like Flaming Karma might have a few tricks up their sleeve. J&S Racing, not much of a slouch tonight as Alex Crapser continues making his way forward up to fourth, but really the Stimulus Racing guys on the march. Adam Gilliott currently running in third. Jeremy Gilliott currently sitting in sixth. Matt Bear has made his way up into seventh place. Kevin, yep, they actually do. There's several multi-car teams out here. Yeah, if you go to xcalracing.com, you can find out a lot about how XCAL Racing works. You can even get in on the action. If you want to just dip your feet in, you can join the Monday Night Dash Series. A much shorter version, same tracks, some different cars, but a lot of fun. And, you know, get yourself a little extra money if you can get into Victory Lane. While you're there, don't forget to check out the XCAL Racing web shop, xcalracing.com/shop. Get all your gear needs like the Mad Bears. New Ghost of Dale shirts, hats. You can get the Bustin' at the Seams hat featuring Nick the College Kid seams and Flying Ryan seams as well. All your J&S Racing team gear, your Flaming Karma Racing gear, and so much more. Kevin, I would say time and patience, buddy, because we've all been there. I've been doing this since I've been sim racing since the late 90s, and I am still just not that great. Obviously. Zach Edwards looking for the lead on Octavio. He ran him down from 1.8 seconds back. Looks like Derek Colson is officially out of the race after problems early on. We saw him in the wall. We saw him get loose off 4. Looks like he has called it a night. Despite Derek Colson being out of the race here early tonight, I believe tomorrow or next week will be Derek Colson. It'll either be next week or the week after will be Derek Colson's 100th XCAL start. He is the XCAL Ironman, the most starts of any driver in XCAL competition. He's been here almost since the beginning. Zach, a little bit of a blink as he battles for the lead. However, Jose Godino continuing to rack up consecutive starts. This is his, I believe, 52nd consecutive start here tonight at Thompson. Jose leads the league in consecutive starts and always a tough competitor out here. Octavio still managing to hold off Zach Edwards for the moment. Matt Bear not far behind, or not far ahead rather, has managed to maintain the lead lap so far, currently running in 7th, but the points leader seems to be struggling a little bit tonight. Big surprise out of the Mad Bear. As we mentioned, next week will be Watkins Glen. That is going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss a single moment of that, especially with a few road course ringers hopping in the cars. Danny, I'd be interested to know if J&S has some road course racers coming next week. Hey, one of those road course ringers in the comments right now, Mark the Man Dantuma, will be in the car for Flaming Karma Racing next week. And Wild Bill Percy also in the comments, wondering when Wild Bill's going to be back in an XCAL car. Mark, you and me both, buddy. While we are between pit stops, it seems like a good idea to get a full field rundown here tonight. Octavio Rondoletto has led the most laps so far tonight, but now has Zach Edwards all over the back bumper. Zach Edwards started in 16th, has run his way up to 2nd as the fastest lap of the night so far. Watch for him. He is looking to break that consecutive win streak of Octavio's. Can he get it done? Adam Gillett, currently the highest running Stimulus racing car, sits in 3rd. Adam started back in 14th, has had a great march to the front. Alex Crapser in the J&S Racing Aces, currently up in 4th after starting in 11th. Watch for that car to continue to march forward. Lataro Lamperti started in 3rd, currently holds 5th place. Lost a couple spots early, but still consistent laps. A top 5 run going right now. Jeremy Gilliott, the other third, I should say, of Stimulus Racing, currently running in 6th, has been up into the top 5 earlier in the night. Closing the gap a little bit right now on Lataro. Matt Bear currently running in 7th place. The points leader, not his best night. He started in 18th, so he's picked up a lot of spots, but he is not stretching fuel mileage. And it seems like he just does not have the same pace we're used to seeing out of the Mad Bear. Flying Ryan Seams currently running in 8th after starting on the front row. One of his best starts of the season. Still running in the top 10, but that first run, the car was off pace. He's adjusted it, fought his way back, still a ways to go. Jose Godino currently running in 9th place. Jose having another great consistent run. Sits in the top 10. Watch for him to pull off some fuel strategy before the end of the night. Sean Andrews currently running in 10th. Started up in 5th. Faded a little bit early. Got caught up behind some traffic. Got caught in one of the early incidents. Now has a lot of fighting to do to make his way forward. Albie Hewins moved to the top 10 in points after last week, currently running in 11th, right in front of the leaders. Trying to make his way forward and keep his top 10 point spot. Cristiano Roca sits in 12th, early damage, sitting backwards. He's got a lot of it fixed, trying to fight back from the early problems. Nick, the college kid, seems has been off pace most of the night. Hopefully that car will get some adjustments and move back forward. Big surprise to see Nick outside the top 10. Jeff Edgar had heavy damage earlier. That team has been working on it all night long. Currently sitting, holy cow, he's loose. Currently sitting 14th, just holding on. Scott Gilliott currently running in 15th, up 2 spots from where he started. That is a driver who, this is his rookie season. Struggled in the first half, but has started to make some advances week in and week out. Looks like Brent Mekas out of the race, currently in 6th. Gerald Thanos Poole currently scored in 17th, still on pit road, may come out before the end of the night. Derek Colson back in 18th spot. Derek also out of the race early. Good evening to Earl Seams out here cheering on Flying Ryan and Nick the college kid. Kevin, I remember that. I will have to listen to that again. I actually still have all of the original Papyrus Sims. Brent Mekas had a problem as we were going through the field. Let's see what happened. I'm not sure if the car died. What has happened here? The car does not have power. It looks like the engine may have blown up. Octavio Rondoletto continues to lead. As we take a quick commercial break, don't go anywhere. We're going side by side. You guys will not miss a thing. All right, pit stops underway. Octavio gave up the lead. He has completed his stop, back out on track. Wow. Lautaro came flying off pit road right in front of the leader, trying to make sure he does not lose another lap. This pit road is definitely a bit interesting. Jose Godino heads to pit road. Pit road entry, as we've seen, can get exciting, as we saw with Albie Hewins earlier in the race. But pit road exit is a long, long way around from the pit road to the back straightaway. There's been an incident back behind. No caution yet. Looks like Sean Andrews and Cristiano Roca involved. Let's see what happened. Sean coming out of turn 4, cold tires, it goes around, spins it through the infield, manages to get it out of the racing surface quickly. Cristiano Roca, who had problems early on, also goes through 3 and 4. Looks like he was headed to pit road and missed pit road entry. Cold tires have bit more than a few drivers here tonight, especially since the sun went down and the lights came up. Adam Gilliott now takes the lead. He's going to get 5 bonus points. He goes in. Alex Krapser is going to the lead. Krapser now picking up 5 bonus points. His first lap's led tonight. The Mad Bear has completed his stop. There you see that long pit road exit here at Thompson, right onto the back straightaway. You do get to carry a little bit of momentum. But man, I've never seen a pit road exit at Thompson like we saw out of Lautaro. That was a gutsy pit road exit, but it definitely paid off. Jeremy Gilliott, Alex Krapser, and Adam Gilliott on pit road. Octavio Rondoletto and Zach Edwards have completed their stop. Zach now stuck in lap traffic, and he is almost 4 seconds behind Octavio. And Jose Godino has had a problem back behind. No caution. Let's see what happened. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway, holds it out of 4. Oh, he just started sliding as soon as he got into turn 1. Manages to get it down off the track and out of the racing surface. But for a guy running in the top 10, this is not what he needed tonight. Zach Edwards has cleared lap traffic, now trying to run down Octavio. He is 3.3 seconds behind and gaining. And pit stops have been exciting tonight, especially right after with cold tires, as Sean Andrews has had a problem. There we saw Sean with a heavily damaged car off into turn 1. And the car snaps hard loose out of... Oh! Car just snapped hard loose out of 2. Tried to correct it, ended up in the wall, and I could not tell if that was Octavio or Lautaro. Octavio's car looks okay. Lautaro's car, both of them appear to be okay. Not sure which one of them hit them, but man. If I had to guess, I would say it was our leader, Octavio, because suddenly Zach Edwards is down to 2.5 seconds behind and closing. See if we can get another look at this. See if it was Octavio. I don't think it was. No, it was Lautaro that got into him. Lautaro still holds on in 5th place. Manticore, you definitely did, buddy. That, we've seen them getting loose tonight, but man, that was probably the worst of them so far. The track liable to cool down a bit more before the night is done. Could we see drivers are going to have to make some adjustments? Hey, good evening, Sean Lesperance. How are you, man? Octavio's lead is still shrinking. Zach Edwards on the march. Alex Krapser currently in 3rd. Adam Gilliott 4th. Lautaro Lamperti in 5th. Jeremy Gilliott currently running in 6th. The Mad Bear in 7th place. Matt is the first car 1 lap down at the moment. Weird to see the points leader a lap down just past the halfway point. Will he be able to make a comeback? Sean, I did see there's a big update coming for that game very soon. Getting more and more tempting. Octavio continues to lead, but Zach continues to close in 1.6 seconds behind. Alex Krapser still holds 3rd, but Adam Gilliott right behind him in 4th. Lautaro, despite being caught up in that incident, currently running in 5th. About 4 seconds back. Jeremy Gilliott is gaining, but he is about 5.5 seconds back in 6th. Matt Bear sits in 7th, Jeff Edgar in 8th, Flying Ryan still holds 9th, Jose Godino in 10th. Jose still holding a top 10 spot even after the incident in turns 1 and 2. Nick Seams has been fighting his way back as well. Nick now back up into 11th, trying to close the gap on Godino. Albie Hewins currently runs in 12th. Cristiano Roca in 13th. Scott Gilliott now up to 14th. Sean Andrews back on pit road in 15th. Mekas maybe out of the race. Mekas is officially out of the race. Sean Andrews has been on pit road a while. Octavio's lead is just continuing to shrink as Zach continues to close in, but Zach has gotten there and never really pushed the issue for the lead. Could we see him turn it around? When will he make that move to take the lead and try and pull away from Octavio? Alex Crapser and Adam Gilliott continue to battle for third place. Gilliott all over the back bumper of Crapser. Lataro starting to gain ground on those two, about 4.5 seconds back. Well, Sean, definitely let me know how it is. Jeff Edgar is back on pit road. We should. No, we are not inside the pit window. This is unexpected. And Zach Edwards has caught back up to the leader. Sean Andrews also still sitting on pit road. Brent Mekas, Derek Colson out of the race. Let's take a look. Now that the sun is down, let's take another look from the blimp. You can see the turns, especially 3 and 4, not extremely well lit. We'll have to take a look from inside the cars, but the changes in lighting around this track can throw your depth perception off just a little bit, can make things exciting. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, as the Nowski Nation goes short track racing at Bristol, baby. Always a lot of fun whenever the trucks go and bang it out at Bristol. Thursday night, as we mentioned earlier, the HTSAI Community Convoy for all you ATS truckers out there. Come have some fun with us. Friday Fun Night is back this week. Not going to want to miss out on that. Who knows what kind of chaotic ideas I can come up with between now and Friday. Sunday morning, GT3 NSS is back. 11:30 Eastern. A lot of great GT3 racing, and that points battle is insanely close. Sunday night, the BRR Cup Series playoffs begin. That's going to be a lot of fun. 12 drivers will start the first race of the playoffs. Scott Gilliott has a problem on the front stretch. Out of turn 4, gets loose down to the infield. We have seen that one play out countless times tonight. Manticore, anything is possible, buddy. And the brakes are getting so hot now that we're not seeing them cool off on the straightaways. They are glowing red all the way around the track now. That could become problematic. Jared Easley out here cheering on his Flaming Karma Racing teammates. Jose Godino Octavio Rondoletto and Zach Edwards still battle for the lead right behind Jose Godino. Jose currently running in 9th. Jose drops down low, lets him by. Zach Edwards went a little bit lower through 3 and 4. Looked like he was going to go on the attack that time. Zach has been able to run Octavio down from several seconds behind, but has not pushed the issue when he gets up there. Manticore, that is definitely the comment of the night from Manticore. Somebody call Gordon Ramsay because someone's overcooking their brakes. Adam Gilliott finally able to get past Alex Crapser, now up into 3rd. Crapser now in 4th. Lataro was gaining ground on him, but man, looks like he has lost a little bit more, now 6 seconds back, whereas he was down under 4 seconds and gaining not that long ago. Cristiano Rocco, who's running at 13th, right behind him, has been fighting that car all night long. Early in the race, got that damage, has just kept fighting back. Speaking of fighting back with damage, Jeff Edgar, probably the most damage of anybody on track, has just kept getting it repaired little by little. He currently runs in 12th, trying to close the gap on Albie Hewins. Albie currently in 11th. Scott Gilliott has had another problem. Out of turn 2, kisses the wall. We've seen that happen countless times. Almost gets into Roca though. Heads it to pit road. Just slides it in. Not sure what was going on there. Jared Easley cheering for Zach Edwards to get the first ever win by the Flaming Karma Racing team. Meanwhile, Wild Bill talking a little smack. Flying Ryan has made his way up into 8th place. trying to close the gap on the Mad Bear in 7th. The Flying Ryan just over a lap behind Matt at the moment. We've seen Zach Edwards go. He is one of the drivers going the furthest on fuel. I think that may be the strategy playing out here. He is sitting right on Octavio's bumper, stretching that fuel mileage, using the draft to save as much fuel as possible here. And I'm likely going to see him go on the attack, possibly after the next pit stop. He knows he can run Octavio down without a problem. Just needs to make sure he has enough fuel to make it to the end. And it looks like, oh, Octavio's going to pit road, gets his drift on a little bit. Zach Edwards reclaiming the lead. Octavio Rondoletto is in. And I do believe this is a few laps early for Octavio. And here comes Zach Edwards. $120 laps to go. They can split the distance fairly evenly. So it looks like we're going to see a lot of cars hitting pit road unexpectedly here. Changing up the pit strategy just a little bit here late in the race. Most of the in fact, all the drivers should be able to make it on one more stop from here. Flying Ryan also coming in. Sean Andrews still sitting on pit road. Not sure if he will be back out tonight. Lataro now coming into pit road. Zach Edwards has come off pit road and beat Octavio out. So several different pit strategies and fuel strategies playing out here. We're going to take our quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We'll take a look at the strategies and the plans and see what's going to happen from here when we get back. Don't go anywhere. We're going side by side. You won't miss a thing. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Zach Edwards has taken the lead. Putting a bit of a gap now on Octavio Rondoletto, 2.3 seconds at the moment. Don't forget to come back next Tuesday night as XCAL goes road racing at Watkins Glen. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Several different fuel strategies playing out here, but it looks like most of the field is headed to pit road within the next few laps. A lot of them short pitting here, coming anywhere from 10 to 15 laps earlier than expected. Nobody stretching the fuel at all, knowing that they can split this fairly evenly from here. Even if a caution comes out, they could still run the strategy from here without any problems. Some of the drivers, though, going a little bit further here before they come in, giving them the fresher tires advantage. Could see that play out. They can do two shorter runs. Like Cristiano Rocca, who's just now coming off pit road, he can do two 50-lap runs here. We'll have the fresher tires, might be able to pick up some ground on track. Nick Seams, Jose Gadino, looks like almost everybody has completed a pit stop. Albie Hewins has not been in yet. And Scott Gilliott last pitted lap 238, so he is kind of right in the middle there. Albie now headed to pit road. He'll be able to split it 50 and 50. Zach Edwards was starting to pull a little bit of a gap, but now Octavio's closing in as Zach is in heavy lap traffic. Flying Ryan moves out of the way. Zach shoots under. Zach now looking under Jeff Egger, trying to clear this lap traffic as quickly as possible. Octavio has closed it down to a 1.7 second lead. Meanwhile, Flying Ryan has come by Jeff Edgar, reclaimed 8th place, trying to make his move toward the front once again, trying to close the gap on the Mad Bear up in 7th. Getting word from the Flaming Karma team that things are about to get very interesting with fuel strategies here. Zach having cleared traffic, now starting to pull away again from Octavio. Octavio getting stuck behind Jeff Edgar as Edgar was going around Scott Gilliott. We saw Zach Edwards trying to conserve fuel there in the early part of this, never battled with Octavio. Now he has clear track and is pulling away. Doesn't have to conserve a drop. Looks, did get word the leader of J&S Racing, Joe Campbell, not in the race due to his internet being cut by a construction company. Man, it is heartbreaking the problems that Joe has had in recent weeks. Hopefully we'll see Joe back out here to finish up the season. Joe came into this week 8th in points. Had about 120 point lead over Jose Godino. Jose is going to close up a lot of that tonight. Zach Edwards now leads Octavio by 2.5 seconds. We saw him the last several runs. After the pit stops run, Zach was able to run Octavio down from as much as 3.5 seconds back. Now can he open up that big of a gap? With less than 100 laps to go, things are going to get interesting. Pit stops are this round of pit stops are completed. Let's take a look at where your favorite drivers are in the field. Zach Edwards out front looking to get the first ever Flaming Karma Racing win in XCAL. Octavio Rondoletto sits about 2.5 seconds back in second. He has led the most laps so far tonight, but not able to maintain the same pace as Edwards. Adam Gilliott currently running in third has been finding speed everywhere tonight. He is about 2.1 seconds behind Octavio and gaining. Alex Krapser currently runs in fourth place, about 8 seconds behind Gilliott. He has got quite a bit of speed tonight, has maintained a top 5 since he got there. Lautaro currently running in 5th place, another one of those Flaming Karma cars. Having a great run tonight, currently in the top 5, despite catching a wreck on the nose earlier on. Jeremy Gilliott currently running at 6th. We've seen Stimulus Racing struggling in recent weeks. They have fixed that here tonight. The Mad Bear, the points leader, currently running at 7th. Not his best run of the season, but still in the fight, still trying to make his way forward. Flying Ryan Seams in 8th place. Struggled during that first run, but once the lights went down and he made some adjustments, that car is fast. He is trying to pick up any ground he can. Jeff Edgar, despite heavy damage to the car early in the race, still holds on to a top 10, currently running in 9th. Jose Godino had problems after a round of pit stops, got loose through 1 and 2, managed to gather it up, and is still holding on to a top 10. Nick Seams has been struggling most of the night, has finally got that car handling better. The team has made a lot of adjustments, just outside the top 10 in 11th and reeling in Jose. After last week's race, Albie Ewens moved into the top 10 in points, continues to make his way forward, currently running in 12th. He is on a slightly different pit strategy than everybody else. He'll have 2 shorter pit or fuel runs tonight, fresher tires for both of them. Cristiano Roca got damaged early on, has been getting the car repaired and dialed in, currently running in 13th. Scott Gilliott, currently sitting in 14th, continues to make his way up. Heavy damage on the right side of the car, but still fighting forward. Sean Andrews in 15th, still sits on pit road. Brent Meckes in 16th, out of the race. Gerald Thanos Poole sits in 17th on pit road, and Derek Colson also out of the race. Tanya Gleason, as always, cheering on the Seams boys. Flying Ryan in 8th, Nick in 11th. Both drivers issues early with the cars, but still fighting their way forward. Just over 80 laps to go at Thompson. Looking at the leader, Zach Edwards. What a pretty helmet he's got on tonight. You can see Zach completely focused and very minimal wheel movements. Now you see how much the car is bouncing around, and he has to fight it on corner exit. Sets the car into turn 1. 1 and 2, he has got dialed in, very little movement in the wheel. Looking out from the roll bar on his car, and Cristiano Roca drops low into turn 3. Oh, sorry, that was turn 1. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 now. And if you look from the nose of his car, you'll see, especially as they go through the turns, just how bumpy this track is. The smoothest part of the track down there at the bottom where that patch is. But the fastest way around up at the top. Zach Edwards lead now just over 3 seconds and growing. Oh, Jason, that is going to be awesome. I am kind of jealous. I wish I could be there for that race. The college kid headed with Jason Seams to Watkins Glen this weekend is Octavio. Wow. Octavio has to blow up big time. Loses a lot of ground to the leader. You have to wonder if the college kid going to Watkins Glen for the Xfinity and Cup race this weekend will give him a leg up going into the race next week. Jared, I do not believe Octavio is saving any fuel here. He doesn't need to. Last pitted lap 254, so he can go the distance on one more stop. Jeff Edgar is on pit road. He cannot make it from here on fuel. So Edgar will have to make another pit stop. Zach Edwards still having a bit of a connection problem. Hopefully it does not continue. Remember, as often is the case, race control could tell him to go to pit road and try and fix the situation. Octavio stuck in heavy lap traffic as Zach Edwards goes by one of the Stimulus racing cars. Zach continuing to pull away, now 3 1/4 seconds, and Adam Gilliott has just caught Octavio Rondoletto. Okay, Jared makes a very valid point. Could Octavio be saving a little bit of fuel here? hoping to take less fuel on the final stop, which would mean he could close that gap that is growing. Adam Gilliott, though, looking to go on the attack. If Octavio was saving, he better stop now. Adam Gilliott looks low through 1 and 2, can't quite get there. Alex Crapser 8.5 seconds back in 4th, could use this opportunity to close that gap up. Lataro in 5th is closing in on Alex Crapser. Matt Bear sits in 7th place. The points leader doesn't have to worry about a bad finish here tonight, but you know he's hoping for a top 5. Cristiano Roca was on pit road a moment ago. Looks like he is still in. Heavy damage to that car, but this looks like it may have been the scheduled stop. We're going to take our final commercial break of the evening. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're taking you guys to the finish. We are back as final pit stops are underway. Both Zach Edwards and Octavio Rondoletto have been to pit road. Zach's still on pit road. Octavio has completed his pit stop. Good evening, Onion, out here cheering on Alex Crapser. Jeremy Gilliott has gone back to the lead only the second time tonight, but getting some bonus points. 2 of the 3 Stimulus Racing cars tonight have picked up bonus points for leading a lap. Matt Bear is currently scored in 3rd. The points leader now scored in 2nd, hoping to get a lap lead here to get his 5 bonus points. Oh, Matt is coming to pit road. He almost missed it. Jeremy Gilliatt stays out, so Matt will not lead a lap here. Zach Edwards' pit stop has completed. And he now has a huge gap on Alex Krampser, who will be in second, 3.6 seconds back. Adam Gilliatt completes his pit stop. He'll be in third once pit stop cycle through, putting Octavio back to fourth. Jeremy Gilliatt, the last of the leaders to come to pit road. Last pitted lap 266. He can go a little bit further. And you know Gilliatt is hoping for a caution real quick here. Scott Gilliatt has had a problem. Fresh tires off turn 4. It's a tale as old as time. Jeremy Gilliatt has 3 or 4 more laps until he needs to pit. But Zach Edwards will have the lead once that pit stop is completed. Jose Godino now on pit road. Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday night, 7:20 Eastern, as XCAL goes road racing at the Glen. Man, everybody is hyped up for this one. Some road course ringers will be in the field next week, seeing what they can do in XCAL competition. Albie Hewins now on pit road as well. Albie trying to get himself back up in the top 10 tonight. Well, Jared, I know you can't wait. I know you're excited for that one. I'm excited for that one. Mark the Man Dan Tuma is excited for that one. Flying Ryan trying to get around Jeremy Gilliatt rather, to get one of his laps back. He is under Gilliatt and has a run. Flying Ryan currently in 8th. And it looks like late in the run, Flying Ryan has found a lot of speed. Jeremy Gilliatt is on pit road. And Zach Edwards will reclaim the lead with an almost 4-second lead over Alex Krampser. Adam Gilliatt currently in 3rd, Octavio Rondoletto in 4th. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th now just a second apart. Don't forget to take a moment while we have just over 40 laps left to make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe, and share button. Invite your friends and family. They are not going to want to miss out on Watkins Glen. They're also not going to want to miss out on the Nowski Nation race tomorrow night at Bristol. With a new driver in the field tomorrow night that I know guys like Gerald Poole and Jared Heasley are going to be cheering for. Don't forget to take a moment, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the YouTubes. A lot of exciting streams coming, a lot of exciting racing coming. Alex Crapser in second has started to pull away from Adam Gilliott and Octavio Rondoletto, third and fourth. And Crapser has closed down the gap just a little bit on Zach Edwards, now down to about 3.6 seconds. But with just under 40 to go, does Crapser have enough speed and enough time to run Zach down? Meanwhile, Zach Edwards, a lot of clear track ahead before he ends up back in lap traffic. Octavio Rondoletto, who led the most laps tonight. Wow, Adam Gilliott was way loose out of four. Octavio, who led a lot, has the most laps led here tonight. Currently sitting in fourth, a bit of a surprise. Alex Crapser, though, did have a very, very short pit stop. Did he get enough fuel to go the distance? Oh, last winner driving the 96 car was Mason Foster. Could the 96 be headed back to victory lane with Zach Edwards? Jeremy Gilliott about 13 and a half seconds back from that battle for third, but he is closing that gap down. Lautaro still holding on to sixth place. Outside, holy cow, Lautaro went way up the track. Him and Flying Ryan is not a battle for position. Lautaro just trying to catch Jeremy Gilliott. Nick Seams has managed to work his way back up into the top 10. Both of the Seamses having problems in the early race, but as the sun went down and the lights came on, both of them have managed to fight and get their way back into the top 10. Zach Edwards still leading, but the gap now down to 3.5 seconds as Crapser continues to try and run him down. Adam Gilliott still holds third, but man, Adam gets way loose out of turn 4. Octavio just waiting to... Oh! Octavio gets a bit of the wall. Oh, Octavio gets even more of the wall. Octavio is pushing that car, trying to get back into the top 3. Despite having missed the first third of the season, Octavio Rondoletto currently sits 21st in points, trying to close down the gap on Adam Gilliott and Derek Colson before the end of the season to be in the big money. Adam Gilliott, meanwhile, has closed back in on Alex Crapser. Octavio giving him a little bit of space after two very hard hits into the wall. Octavio being a little bit more careful on corner exit now. Jeremy Gilliott has started closing that gap even more, now down to 12.6 seconds. Lataro in 6 is losing ground to Gilliott, now 1.25 seconds back. Points leader Matt Baer currently sitting in 7th, Flying Ryan in 8th, Jose Gadino in 9th, and Nick, the college kid, Seams in 10th. Jeff Edgar in 11th, despite the problems earlier and heavy damage to that car, but Albie Hewins all over Edgar's back bumper. Scott Gilliott now on pit road. Scott needed heavy repairs. He may be done for the night. Cristiano Roca appears to be out of the race. Sean Andrews and Gerald Poole still on pit road. Brent Meckes and Derek Colson out of the race. Apparently, Flaming Karma Racing does not celebrate with champagne. They only celebrate with Boilermakers, so it's going to be a wild night in the Flaming Karma Racing bus. Alex Crapser lost some ground to the leader, now 3.8 seconds back. Adam Gilliott still there. Octavio losing ground as well. But Zach Edwards is mired in lap traffic, as that is a battle for position going on right in front of him between Albie Hewins and Jeff Edgar. Zach's going to try and go up the middle. Wow, that was a gutsy move for the leader to jump into the middle, 3 wide on a battle for position. But he did open the door for Albie Hewins to get back to the inside on Edgar. Zach Edwards did lose a little bit of grip. Holy cow, Crapser's pushing it. He's tapping the wall out of turn 4. Adam Gilliott right on his back bumper as well. I don't know that anybody else in Zach Edwards' position would have made that kind of a move. Worth reminding everybody at home, at 10 laps to go, if the caution comes out, there will be no more wave arounds, and at 5 laps to go, there will be no more cautions. Alex Crapser, Adam Gilliott still battling for second place. Octavio losing ground, now 1.5 seconds back. Jeremy Gilliott still closing in. Jeremy in 5th, but 11.1 seconds back from Octavio. Hopefully Zach's connection will last till the end of the race. Right behind the leader, Jeff Edgar, Albie Hewen still battling for 11th. That has given Nick Seams a little breathing room. He now has a 10-second gap in 10th. Jose Gadino sits in 9th, Flying Ryan in 8th. The Mad Bear in 7th place, Lataro in 6th. Trying to close in on Jeremy Gilliott in 5th. Octavio Rondoletto in 4th, but Adam Gilliott and Alex Craps are the closest battle on track right now. Jeff Edgar putting a little bit of breathing room between him and Albie. Alex Crapser getting no breathing room here as he has Adam Gilliott on the back bumper looking under out of 4. Laps to go. There will be no more wave rounds if a caution comes out. We'll finish this race with 6 cars on the lead lap. This is going to be a huge night for Flaming Karma Racing. They're looking at finally getting to victory lane. Zach's lead now 3.4 seconds. Craps are still pushing it, trying to close it down and keep Adam Gilliott from getting around for second. Adam keeps looking underneath, out of turn 4, just cannot get the run. And it looks like Stimulus Racing's going to have a great night as well. 2 of their 3 drivers in the top 5. Six laps to go. Zach Edwards continues to go around another blink, hoping it'll hold on for 5 more laps. Adam Gilliott now might have an opportunity with the battle ahead of him as Albie's still battling with Jeff Edgar. Five laps to go. There will be no more cautions. Now 4 to go. Adam Gilliott still looking for an opportunity to take second away from Crapser. The J&S Racing Aces driver trying to keep that car on the podium. Holy cow. And now Adam's got the nose to the inside. But not enough yet again. And this is exactly what Zach Edwards wanted to see. 2 laps to go. They're battling behind. His lead is growing. White flag is in the air one more time around for Zach Edwards. headed down the back straightaway, his first time in the 96 for Flaming Karma Racing. And Zach Edwards will finally get Flaming Karma Racing to victory lane. Zach Edwards wins at Thompson. Alex Crapser coming home in second. Adam Gilliott finishes third. Octavio Rondoletto holds on for fourth. Jeremy Gilliott finishes fifth, putting two of the three Stimulus Racing cars into the top five. Adam Gilliott got down to the inside out of turn 4, gave it everything he got. They both get the wall. And finally, you gotta know, Gerald Poole is celebrating big time right now. Flaming Karma Racing finally gets to victory lane. Thanos even comes off pit road to celebrate with his driver. Let's talk to our top three, starting with Adam Gilliott. Adam, that was one heck of a wild battle between you two the last few laps.
Yeah, that was fun between me and Alex there. We had a good race the whole race. It was pretty clean. It was fun.
Man, you guys put on quite a show coming out of turn 4. I thought maybe you were going to get him there for a couple of laps, just didn't get enough there towards the end.
No, that inside line just don't work too well here, and I think he had fixed his car a little bit better to where he had a little bit more speed on the long run, so I wasn't able to catch him, or I wasn't able to get by him, but it was a fun battle.
Well, man, you guys put on one heck of a show tonight, and two of your drivers in the top 5 once again.
Yep, that's definitely good to have there.
Well, man, a great job tonight. Congratulations. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, just my brother and my dad for helping set up this car. It was a good one.
It definitely was, buddy. Congratulations. A great race.
Thank you.
Adam Gilliott comes home in third. Alex Crapser finishes in second. Alex, man, you had quite a battle coming down to the end there with Adam.
Yeah, it was definitely something. I was a little bit short on fuel coming to the end, so I started sputtering a little bit coming off the 4, and that made me get tight. And then Adam kind of tried to drive underneath me, and when I got tight, I hit the wall, and I don't know if I came down or not, but we just kind of got together, and he went for a little bit of a spin. So good race all in all. Congrats to Zach on the win. That was awesome for him, and congrats to Jerry on his win as car owner as well.
Oh, man, it was an awesome night. You put on one heck of a show. A big move tonight as well. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. We had a little bit of struggle last night in the heat race, and we could only make a couple laps, so had to come from 11th, but with those first couple of cautions, the race really changed it because Octavio might have had the car that could have done it, but he was 15 laps behind on fuel strategy the entire race. He probably deserved to win it, but he just didn't come in and top off when the rest of us did, so it just kind of ended up being unlucky for him rather than just how the race played out.
Well, it definitely played out well, man. A great job. Any team or sponsors you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to thank everyone on JNS, especially Joe and Danielle. Joe couldn't race tonight, but he was still in the TeamSpeak supporting us. Danielle always supports us in the chat on the streams and everything, so we appreciate that. Appreciate everyone on the team, working on setups and stuff, and trying to make each other all better so we can all be inside the top 5, top 10. So I appreciate that, and as well as the sponsors, GP Land on the 29 car and Flaming Karma Paint Shop, and of course the XCAL Racing Web Shop. Thank you.
Congrats, buddy. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
And finally, getting the first win, ever for Flaming Karma Racing, Zach Edwards. Zach, congratulations. Tonight was a monumental win, man.
Yeah, that was a pretty good race. You know, I'm kind of torn on ending Octavio's streak there because, you know, I wanted to keep it, but if I had to lose it, I mean, Octavio, he is about as good as it gets, respectful, clean, fast racer. So if I had to lose it to him, I wouldn't have been too upset.
Well, you didn't lose it here, man. You put on quite a show tonight. It was obvious you had the fastest car out there when you were running Octavio down after pit stops. But, man, you got to be happy. I'm sure Thanos is happy celebrating big time tonight, getting his first win as a team owner.
Oh, yeah, he's excited. I'm glad to do it for these guys. They've had a pretty up and down year, I think, but they're coming back in the points deal, so that's good for them. I got to thank Flaming Karma Paint Shop, Flaming Karma Racing for the ride, Alloy Wheel Repair of the Upstate, How to Suck at iRacing, and the XCAL web shop. So I just got to thank all those guys.
And you'll have something in the web shop now, man. That is awesome. Great job tonight, and great job getting FKR their first win.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
I'm sure there's some celebrating going on in the Flaming Karma hauler here tonight. What a night it was here at Thompson. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, as we will have the Nowski Nation trucks at Bristol. That's going to be a ton of fun, a lot of beating and banging. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you all had as much fun as we did tonight. Have a great night, everybody.
What?